Greetings my friends, welcome to the Ammergauer Alpen Nature Park located near the Austrian border. We are currently at 1 kilometer from the Austrian border. The reason why I'm here is because I'm happy to start my new project, that is photographing the 21 highest peaks in Germany. Most of the peaks, that is all peaks, are located in the southern part of Bavaria, near the Austrian border, but the idea is to photograph all the peaks from the German side. I will start today with the last on the list, and that is the Kreuzspitze. With its 2,185 meter high peak, Kreuzspitze is the 21st highest peak in Germany and the highest peak in the Ammergauer Alps. Kreuzspitze is located on the other side of the road, but I am going to hike on this side on Scheinbergspitze, from where I hope to get a good view on the other side. I used Google Earth to get a better understanding of where each peak is located, and I also tried to visualize the position of the sun to plan my hikes accordingly. I come from a country that has no great mountains, only great plains. The first thing that took my breath away when coming to Austria and Germany were the imposing and also very scary looking mountain peaks of the Alps. At first, I only dared to hike up smaller ones that had infrastructure, since I had no experience with hiking in the mountains. My fear of heights did not help this endeavor either. But right from the moment that I stood on the peak of the first mountain I ever climbed, I was hooked and wanted to photograph the Alps. I have no mountaineering experience, and as mentioned before, I'm also scared of heights, but this did not stop me from coming up with a project to photograph the 21 highest peaks of Germany. This does not mean that I'm going to climb them though. My plan is to try and find vantage points in the surrounding area that showcase the beauty and magnificence of these peaks. I am not far from the top anymore. There are only a few hundred meters, I guess. It's up there, it's visible. And behind me the valley is also already visible. The view is breathtaking, but the mountains are not. The trees are still covering the mountains, so I need to go a little further up. So let's continue the road. So I made it to a spot from where the Kreuzspitze is visible. It's just breathtaking. Look at that beautiful peak, and from this point it's visible in its all grandeur. I love it. So I'm going to take a picture of it right now. The sun is still quite up, but I'm not going to wait for the sunset because the hike was difficult and the snow made the hike even more difficult. So we need some light to get down to the valley, but there are also some clearings on the way down, not that far from the parking lot. Maybe I will have time also to take a few shots from there. So what I am thinking to do right now is take a picture only of the peak, because that was the original plan, and I will probably turn it into a black and white image. For my composition, I only use a polarizer to cut out the glare of the sun and also bring back some blue of the sky. And I use only the basic settings: ISO 64, f8 and 1/50th of a second. this is definitely a sunset location because early in the morning, although the sun was already up, the mountain was still in the shadow. The Austrian side will probably give you a good sunrise location, but if you want to photograph it from this side, then you should hike in for the sunset. During summer, this might also work as a sunrise location, but in winter, definitely just as a sunset location. I took a few other shots, including also in the foreground the beautiful green trees, fir trees, and so that I can include also the valley. And this is the characteristic to Kreuzspitze, or at least to this mountain, that there is an interesting S-curve coming down. I really love to be in the mountains. Being up here gives a whole different perspective. It's a privilege and a joy to be in the midst of untouched nature. It's a humbling experience to witness these giants. I'm super tired and I don't remember the words either. So it was a good hike and it was a good decision to come down earlier because the trail in the snow is difficult to walk. But all in all, it was a good hike and I'm happy I came. I hope to see you on the next one. See you next time. Bye!